Team Empire's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to ban.
All right, here we go.
Radiant team pick.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Manila Major. We are here with our final game of Group A. It is Empire versus OG, game number 3, and it's all on the line. Winner will move up to the upper bracket and play in a best of 3 in the main event, and loser goes down and plays in a best of 1. It's so important who comes out on top in this particular matchup, as we have much more Dota to come ahead on the mainstream. But for us, this is our last game. My name is Mont. If you don't know me, I'm, of course, joined by Winter. We saw that drought strat last game. Wasn't super successful for Empire, but who do you give this game 3 to? Is it going to be OG or is it going to be Empire? Winter, what do you think?
Isn't this the same opening? Earth Spirit was picked by Empire the last game.
Except for the Bat Rider, but yes.
Yeah, OG responded with Phoenix, Void, and yep. And they didn't pick Bat, they picked something else. I can't remember. It was Disruptor. Empire picked Earth Spirit Disruptor.
Yes.
This opening.
It's switched, because Empire were the ones that had the Earth Spirit Disruptor, and then Void Phoenix was OG. So, they're changing things up here. They're switching it around.
Even though Sunray is a broken spell, but I probably still prefer to be on the Earth Spirit team.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Because he's a broken, maybe broken is not the right choice of word. It's just the
very strong
concept of the hero is very good. Just like the old, just like Bat Rider when he constantly get nerf after nerf after nerf.
I've been trying to explain that feeling to somebody for the longest time. You just put my exact feelings into words, pretty much. Like the hero itself, just the kit lends itself to actually be to be a good hero.
He's just super useful in too many situations. That's why the hero is so good.
And that's for a lot of heroes. There's not many heroes that don't have good kits, or because they always get balanced usually. But you look at Sniper and maybe Troll. Those heroes don't necessarily have good kits. They don't lend themselves to being good heroes. Well, first of all, they're carries. So they're very what's the word I'm looking for? It depends on the game. It depends on the matchup. But for Earth Spirit, he's pickable in every game. You could put him in multiple roles, although right now, obviously, support is one of the biggest things. Bat Rider, you can play him in multiple roles. They just have good kits all around. I'm going off on a tangent here. It doesn't matter. I agree with what you're saying, okay? Let's just go with that.
Yep. I mean, they're just very flexible heroes. That's all. Works in a lot of situations, like you mentioned. And Empire right now, they have removed the Alchemist and Juggernaut. Two of the heroes Miracle likes to play a lot. OG removes Invoker, heroes that are very good with Chronosphere. Miracle still plays. I remember recently he's played a lot of. He played Morphling. I remember games that he played Morphling. He played Huskar. There's still a lot of heroes that he plays.
He has a wide hero pool. Miracle does.
Very, very wide hero pool. Yeah.
That's the biggest problem with playing against him. You'll see teams ban Invoker against him or whatever, and we got him now. But really, I mean, he has such a wide hero pool. I mean, we saw, for God's sakes, a Dream League Timbersaw when he was at that tournament playing
Scandal Puck.
Scandal Puck. Yeah, this is what we were expecting.
Finally.
We were expecting this last game, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna push, and that didn't happen. We didn't get the puck. We've got it now.
I mean, I understand why they chose to push.
Yes.
You're 1-0 up.
Yes.
And you just need one more game to beat OG, which are the favorites. So that's when you figure out that this is the time to use something that you might get a free win and just knock them out towards the losers bracket.
I mean, it was an important game. I feel like that might have been the turning point for the series, looking back on it.
Yeah, it might.
Empire are a good team, so I don't expect them to get rattled that easily by just losing that game, and putting it going for an all-in strat. But OG that's going to give them confidence going into this game 3. And it should, first of all, they have confidence to begin with. They're OG. They're considered a top 4 team currently in this particular tournament, going into this tournament. And the onus is on them to provide that evidence. And if they can get up to the upper bracket, then yeah, boom, they're good. Sure, they lost to Newbie. It wasn't a particularly close series. Sure, they lost one game against Empire. These things happen. They're working at the kinks. If Empire were to take this series, I mean, it's just you have a number of questions, but OG could still make a loser's run. There's a lot at stake here, is all that I'm saying, and they will pick up the Dazzle for OG.
Yeah, I was thinking either Dazzle or Kotal, Keeper of the Light, because I know that when they don't get the Phoenix, those are the other 2 heroes they put on Fly, mainly. Heroes that are able to save targets or deal damage from a distance. I mean, Dazzle is really great versus the Chronosphere, so that's about it. It's much better in terms of if you compare it to Keeper of the Light, so they chose to go for that. And Empire now, they have a lot of setup. They have Chronosphere, they have Coil, Dream Coil, so they need damage. They need heroes that deal damage. I know Ramses plays a lot of Gyrocopter, it's still available here.
Yeah.
Pretty good with both those 2 setups.
Lifestealer's been banned, no shock there. No Jug. Gyrocopter is still available, by the way, like you were mentioning earlier, so Empire could definitely go down that route. They might not even pick it 4th. What do they still need besides a safe lane carry? And they could put Void theoretically safe lane. Not sure if
How
Ramses
much
wants
do
to
they
go
do
there.
that? Do they do that a lot?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
They went for a support that deals with the Bad Rider, so that's pretty understandable. So Oracle's
Yes.
gonna be their lane support.
I-
I just don't like it so much where you put Oracle and Phoenix together. Like, I don't like this pairing so much, because when you have these 2 pairing, you're basically not going to be able to control the early game. Like if you compare it to OG have Earth Spirit, so Earth Spirit is going to dictate a lot in the early game, and your supports are just basically sitting in the lane. Okay, I have a TP. I'm going to react towards what the Earth Spirit is doing. You're giving up your right to control the early game.
Couldn't you just pick Avenge in this situation if you're Empire, and you would have more damage in Chrono?
Yeah, I
You
would
have it
actually, I
disabled?
would actually like the Venge more. But Venge, if you compare it to Oracle, I think that level 1 swap is definitely not as great as level 1 False Promise. And Oracle is much better in zoning off lane when you're talking about getting a better laning phase.
Right.
So those are the things that Oracle provides where Venge doesn't. But personally, I would prefer to go for Venge because they are on Dire as well.
Mhm.
Like, certain teams would prefer to do that.
Another DK. That's not shocking whatsoever.
It's a great hero for the mid lane now. And DK versus Puck. It's a good matchup for DK. And the other thing that this matchup does for DK is you prevent or you like deter the Puck from trying to move around to rotate. Because every time the Puck wants to use his ultimate to gank, you're taking his tower.
Yep.
Or you're dealing a lot of damage towards the tower. So it makes the Puck think twice about moving, because he's gonna pay a price when he does that.
I'm surprised they banned out the Jug instead of the DK. I thought that might have been the better play.
They were just banning out. Hey, look at their bans. They were just banning out Miracle's heroes. So it's very. You can see a team's mentality.
I don't think that's the right mentality to go up against OG. I might be wrong. I honestly don't have any basis for that theory.
So let's see what OG wants to go for as their carry. Both teams can either go for their carry. Obviously, Empire could run Void as a carry and pick another offlaner. It's up to them. But OG definitely needs a carry. So they removed AM, Jug, Alchemist. I'm thinking whether it's possible to pick Huskar here for them because they have Dazzle.
Is that something they run? I feel like they probably do. But to go Huskar and you're...
Yeah, but you're not last pick though. That's why. Huskar is a pick where you want to do it if you're last. If you pick
because
the last.
they could just counter pick it with their 5th pick. You're right.
But what,
and also
what
in a
can
game
they,
3 in this
but
match,
what can they counter pick with? They don't really like heroes that counter him. You can't really fit in there.
what
It's
heroes
either
do counter Huskar?
Ice Blast, Ice Blast, and what else? Oh, you pick heavy physical. I mean, I guess you can go heavy physical damage.
Off lane Phoenix, safe lane Void.
Oh shit.
Boom. Well, that's all right. If they pick it here, you're a genius. If they pick it here,
Well, what? I don't know. But what else will you ban? A.
I mean, it's just good against the.
I mean,
DK.
yeah, I guess it's Void as well. They have the Void, so.
Oh my God! All right, you're on point. Orange is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. It's Huskar.
Because they can't really pick another support, so they're probably thinking the reason they ban is because they're picking a pick that would force the opponent to either change their plan. So Empire, you have to pick super damage, like physical damage hero to deal with Huskar. I know, but that's Dazzle, so it doesn't like Huskar can still do his thing.
Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. And and I was saying too, I was like, this is game 3. You really got to pick Huskar. I mean, it's not like they've never played the hero or they're not comfortable with the hero.
It's pretty good with the first 4 heroes. Like against those 4 heroes, it's really good.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's why I was also thinking about it, because OG is a team that would surprise with all this. They have so many heroes that they can play, so it's very hard to draft against this team.
What a pick.
What can they do here? I mean, I know I mentioned Gyro, but Gyro is a terrible hero against Huskar.
Not the best.
Not the best hero.
What other options do you have?
I mean, Wind Ranger is good versus Huskar, but I don't think it's a safe lane hero.
Yeah, you need a safe lane physical damage dealing hero.
Or you put Void on a safe lane and you build Void into a physical damage hero.
Don't go Vanguard Radiance.
And then you pick another off laner.
That's pretty good.
So that's their safe lane heroes.
Yes.
Most likely, yeah.
I think so.
Because I know like Bulldog sometimes play the hero. Like I think about Bulldog a lot when I see a Weaver pick. So sometimes, I
most
think
teams
about,
have run it safe lane.
Yeah, most teams will run it safe lane apart from Alliance.
Yes. I think Clinks would have been fine too, perhaps.
Yeah, Clinks with the Chronosphere is nice.
It might have even been better. They clearly feel more probably
gonna see
more
a
comfortable with Weaver.
Dragonlance Weaver. I always talk about that item on the hero.
Dragonlance Weaver?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
You like that item a lot, I think.
I know Huskar can build Dragonlance too, and I think it's a new build for Huskar.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Dragonlance is what? You Ogre Club, 2 Band of Elven Skins.
The stats, you get 15 strength and 15 agility.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And range. That's
some extra armor.
everything Huskar wants.
Yeah.
HP, armor,
Yeah.
range.
Yep. That seems fine.
Armlet, Dragonlance, and into whatever you need after.
Well, that is a great start to this game. If this draft is any indication of how this game is going to go, I'm very excited for it. It is game number 3 between Empire and OG. We're going to jump right into it. Of course, my name is Mont, with me is Winter, and it is all on the line for these two teams. Not all, but a lot of it's on the line. A trip to the upper bracket or the lower bracket awaits one of these two squads. Who's going to move up? Who's going to move down? That's the biggest question. It is our last series of the day for Group A, but fret not. We have more Dota action on the mainstream. If you want to watch Secret and Wings duke it out in game number 3, and then whoever wins that series will face up against DC, you can head over to twitch.tv/Dota Major. But for now, we're here with our last game, Winter, and looking at the draft, I've asked you this before, but who do you favor going into this one?
I'm looking at how many heroes have Winlace.
And base your assumption off that. Okay, Moon's the only one. So is OG gonna win now?
Yeah, I like the Huskar. I think Huskar is gonna wreak havoc this game and then Dazzle. So I felt like the last pick actually was really, really good from OG, and it put Empire in a really difficult situation.
Yeah, they had to pick the Ramses Weaver, and right now it looks like they might be doing some aggro dueling shenanigans.
Look at their lanes. So they're gonna do Void safe lane
with Mipashka, and then they're going to do the Weaver with Ramses with King R down bottom.
They're trying to win their lanes, which is a good idea against Huskar, because Huskar is not that strong when he's low level.
That's definitely true. But wouldn't an aggro try be better in this circumstance?
I think the Phoenix is going to play the Phoenix is going to play the Earth Spirit role. He's not going to have a lane. He's going to just run around and help everywhere, wherever he feels necessary.
Okay.
And the Oracle plus Weaver would sit on the Huskar's lane.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this Phoenix does rotate.
Yeah,
Mipashka is heading bottom now.
He's going to be freestyle. He's going to do whatever he thinks is necessary for them to gain an advantage. Just like the Earth Spirit.
I think early on in the game, an advantage is going to be had down bottom for them. They have good damage coming out. Sunray obviously very good against the strength hero that is the Huskar. Berserker's Blood not skilled up yet anyway, and we'll see what he decides to go with his first level. Huskar's not a hero I get to see very often, so I'm very excited about this.
Trying to pull the
Is he going to pull this?
Oh no, I don't think he can, right? Even with dive.
With dive?
Because I remember he did the same thing in the previous game with the Earth Spirit in the mid lane.
We're going to find out. A minute's about to come.
Okay, he's going to stack. He's going to stack this first.
I'm not sure he's going to pull it.
Because I don't even know if you can do this. If you can still do this.
All right, let's
He's
watch.
gonna try.
He had that sick pull earlier. No, he's not gonna go for it. He had that pull earlier mid lane when he was playing the Earth Spirit.
He didn't. I think you can only do this if you have a ranged creep.
Oh yeah, with the Dark Troll.
With the dive.
Yeah, I think that's why he stacked it. He was like, all right, I need a Dark Troll here for this to work. Sadly, he doesn't find it. However, they will be able to pull with the Dark Troll in the side camp, and they will get this pull off more than likely.
Man, We should try this later if it actually still works. I didn't even know it still works with this.
Viposhka knows. He's done it once already in the mid lane, and it seemed to work out just fine. Poison touch on the King R. He's going to take a little bit of harass. Fly will give him the right click or two, but that's it. Maybe not. Rolling Boulder comes through, and Crit wants to get in the action too. They even use the Fortune's End to make sure that slow is gone. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire. He's got a salve. Last right click coming in. The salve will come through, and Crit quite can't chase him down. But they get the poison touch on Viposhka. He doesn't have his level 2 either, so he can't Icarus dive away. He's going to go down. He's going to not be able to deny himself. Nowhere near close. Fortune's End's being charged by King R, and he's going to head towards mid, sit under the tier 1 tower, and just between Fly and Crit, they're able to get themselves first blood, and that's actually huge for them. They do miss out on some experience from some poles as well, but that's not a big deal when it's all said and done.
Yep, Rolling Boulder, even after the nerf, such a good spell at level 1.
Yeah, we talked about it. That heroes are strong.
They chose Travis. They chose a really good time to go on them because the creep wave was pushing up.
Yep.
So Weaver couldn't actually go. Oh, Ramses is gonna get.
He's got Chikuchi. Fortune's End will go, and Miracle, if he had any detection, they could go on him. Shadow Wave comes out, Fly, no Dusty has a Sentry ready to go, but King R is going to get chased down. So yeah, you trade one life away for the other, and this time it is a support again from King R going down more than likely. 5 Burning Spears, yeah, he's dead, with Poison Touch on top. This tri-lane, or dual lane, I guess, as it is now, is not going well. Ramses is doing okay in CS, but they've lost 3 heroes, and they need to blow this up, I think, instantly.
They're not shutting the Huskar down, so that is the biggest problem that they're gonna have in the next few minutes. Once he gets his armlet, gets his levels and armlet. Like sometimes when you talk about Huskar, people only talk about getting the armlet, but you have to realize the hero is not only getting armlet, it's all the levels. You want all your skills to be max, especially your Berserker's blood. Yeah. Before the hero becomes like the super monster that he will be.
And he will become that super monster if they can give him some more room and some more of those kills as well. They're going to rotate another again. King R will sit back down bottom. Oracle right behind Ramses and Miracle. He's like, listen, if you just run at me, that's fine. I have Shadow Wave behind me. Fly doesn't have Grave yet, but he'll have it soon if he wants to get it at 3. Poison Touch onto King R, and if they had the Earth Spirit, they could go for the kill. Ramsey takes like 1 Burning Spear, and he's almost dead. He almost ticked down. He has to tango up, and he will barely stay alive at about 50 HP. He was settling there for a while.
Yep, and looking at the other lanes, DK and Puck, they are very even in CS. Puck slightly ahead, and the other lane, Bat Rider versus Void, also very even. Afterlife and Moon hit neck and neck in terms of CS as well.
So the only difference really is this bottom lane, which is going pretty heavily in favor of OG.
Look at the Bat Rider's skill build. Man, he's just going for lane. Is he just going for this just for the lane?
Moon has done the craziest stuff on Bat Rider today. He like level 10 didn't have like lasso because he's like, oh, I'm not gonna have my blink dagger anytime. So he had like, it was 10 minutes in, he had no blink dagger. He went drums first, then he finally got like his lasso later on down the road. It was like the strangest thing.
I understand the reasoning behind this because he's against a Void. Damage over time is better against Void.
Sure. And I understood the reason that he didn't go for lasso earlier last time because he was against like 3 heroes that swapped out or got out of lasso.
No Firefly means you're not gonna jungle. That's all I'm concerned about. Like Bat Rider is not about winning the lane, the hero. You just wanna jungle, get your bling.
Stacks.
Like he's not the.
He's got 1,000 gold, man. He's actually not doing terribly.
He's not like the old Bat Rider where you can win your lane.
Oh, Ramsey's dead. He's gonna sit under a sentry. Even if Chikuchi was gonna die there one way or the other with Fly getting at the poison touch. Ramsey's finally, he was so low, teetering on death for the majority of the game, and he does go down.
Man, Travis, he got the arcane boots on Bat.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Alright, Moon has done some crazy stuff in Bat Rider. Might actually work this game. He's got a Fairy Fire. Oh my god, 6 stacks for the Afterlife. Moon get this kill.
Oh.
He actually gets him over the Fortune's End from King R. Will save Afterlife's life.
Oh,
and Moon will go down to the Accelerate and the Purifying Flames. King R finally turns it around and they get on the board. Whew. Afterlife is barely alive, but No Tail finds himself a solo kill onto the Scandal Puck. Must have misplayed that with his phase shift. Maybe didn't have mana. I don't know what happened. Dragon Tail came out from No Tail. It finds himself a kill with a Breathe Fire on top of it. Wow.
That ain't looking good for them, man, for Empire. And he doesn't even have. Well, he actually has no points in ultimate for the Puck. I guess he went for a kill on the Dragon Knight. He tried to kill the Dragon Knight. Oh, that is really not good for the Puck. That's gonna disrupt his blink timing, his momentum in the game, and everything else. Despite them getting a pick off on the Bat Rider earlier. But he does have a very interesting build going for the Flame Break and going into the Arcane Boots on the Bat Rider.
Yeah, this is not something you see every day of the week.
It has to be a first. I don't think I've ever seen Arcane Boots on Bat.
I've seen it picked up before, but it's in this patch, no.
In a competitive game.
I think so. Scandal,
lane?
he already uses Illusory Orb, so he can't jump backwards. In fact, he uses Illusory Orb to go forwards, but instead it was just to do some damage. Sunray will keep Scandal alive. No Tail had to breathe fire, but he didn't have the mana for it. He already uses stick charges too. So Scandal does avoid that gank, and he's actually top in CS currently, but the biggest problem being that the DK is right behind him, not to mention the fact that the Huskar is sitting at 36 last hits and 10 denies. His armlet is, I think, flying out right now as we speak. He needs Blades of Attack, but that's going to come pretty soon. Okay.
That is not looking good for Empire. Void is building... Void has to build into maybe some damage, because Weaver is not having a good time. Otherwise, how are they going to kill the Huskar?
Well, he's going to pick up the... Well, I want to say Trez. He has the Band of Alban skin too for Afterlife, so...
Trez?
Yeah, it's going to be Trez.
Is he going Bloods as well?
Yeah, I think so. He's the Ring of Regen, so...
I don't know about the Bloods this game, though.
Like you said, he needs damage.
Yeah, because they need that. Maybe if the Weaver somehow gets farmed.
Is the Weaver doing okay? No.
No, he's doing bad.
Well,
doing real
he's
bad.
caught up in CS. He's actually ahead of the DK, but he did die once, which is unfortunate. He's since rotated to top lane, but I think the start of this game definitely favors OG, as you can see with the grabs. 2,000 net worth lead, almost 2,000 net worth lead.
Their
Experience rate of
tri-lane
750.
didn't work out, that's why.
Yeah, the tri-lane was really not
And
good.
on top of that, DK got a solo kill on Scandal on the puck. So props to No Tail for that.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I can assume what happened.
It's very rare that it happens. It's mostly from a mistake by like a puck. You try to kill the DK, you don't get a kill, or you have your orb or something on cooldown, your phase shift on cooldown, and you die. But not even gonna get the deny. So DK definitely getting a solo kill, getting a tower there, off to a fantastic start from the laning phase.
DK is, No-Tail is doing pretty damn good, and this is before you even see this like 5-man group up or Miracle coming in. He has his armlet now, he's got his boots, he kind of pretty much has everything he needs to fight early on. The levels maybe not. Crit, he's gonna actually get caught by Ramses. Good boulder smash, rolling boulder away. He actually will make it up, the Storm's ticking him down, but Ramses needs to Shikuchi further for this kill, and he might actually get it. Yes, the rolling boulder was not there, the boulder smash was not there, the silence was not there with the geomagnetic grip. He already used his time lapse. No Tail can't quite get in to use his Dragon Tail, and even if he could, it doesn't matter. He didn't have the other dragon form, so.
Bottom lane, they might do something with the Chrono. They have Sunray.
There's Vision here coming out. Though,
level
for
2
OG.
Sunray. Huh. Not sure if they have enough damage for this.
No. OG
Huskar has Armlet, and his bodyguard Fly is just right next to him.
And he's going to be there pretty much the entire game. Fly's going to treat this like a IO and Tiny game or something along those lines. But there's the Sunray. Shadow Wave comes out. They've got Grave necessary. And they get off the Chrono, but Fly's just not in range for the shallow Grave. In fact, it's just a little too far off until they get the kill. And now actually Fly's in trouble. There's going to be the Silence of Afterlife in trouble. But they missed the rolling boulder. That would have been the kill. Time Walk not available for another 3 seconds, but Afterlife should be able to survive. Meanwhile, Moon gets a kill mid. Crit is about to fall. Ramsey's getting some good right clicks off. Afterlife maybe needs a bash. They get off the Grave from Fly. Crit's still getting chased down by Mimpashka. He gets off his Fire Spirits as well as the Sunray. Weaver does end up killing Fly on the backside, and Crit actually stays alive, so they trade lives. It is going to be Fly the Dazzle staying alive so that, or excuse me, going down so that Crit can survive throughout all this engagement.
Man, if he had a level 3 Grave, he would have been in range for to save the Huskar there. That would have been a huge difference. But then again in mid lane, Moon didn't even have Lasso, but he solo killed the puck.
The Flame Break, man.
He solo killed the puck.
It's a Flame Break, and now he's got his Blink Dagger, just about. He's got a Firefly like 2 creep camps, and then boom, he's there.
What is actually going on in this game?
It's pretty nuts. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know what I'm watching anymore, but I like it either way.
Is this how you're supposed to play Bat Rider now?
Don't ask me. I'm pretty sure this is just Moon's Bat Rider. I don't think I've seen anybody else play it like this. But he is certainly one of a kind. He doesn't have his lasso yet. This is what I was talking about, dude. He doesn't have his lasso yet, I'm telling you. Like, this is just, he did the same exact thing last series against, I think it was Newbie. And it didn't work out that game, but it seems to be doing just fine this game. He needs to get that level 10,
So he's gonna disassemble the Arcane Boost into Aetherlands after this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that completely.
So that's the build?
Probably correct, yeah.
Force stuff into Aetherlands after?
I think he's just gonna go Aetherlands first.
And then you have the option to even finish the drums if you want to, because you have Windlace.
I think he's just gonna go straight into that Aetherlands, because that's what he did a couple of games ago.
I mean, this is interesting. Afterlife.
He's getting Dove, but he's gonna time walk out, and Miracle will go back to work on the tower that has been glyphed up.
The more I think about it, the more I like the idea. Because you don't waste any of your components.
No, he's ready to go with
And
all
he's
of them.
running at the enemy, and the enemy doesn't know he doesn't have lasso.
Like level 3 flame breaks and gets pushed back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that damage was kind of nuts. They were at like half HP from like the flame break and the sticky napalm hits and the firefly.
And if I get to play some Dota, that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
That build on Batrider. I mean, it's working, but I can tell you for a fact that it didn't work in the newbie series when he used it. That's the only problem. They will go ahead and group up. No-Tail has got his armlet on the DK. He's got his level 1 Elder Dragon form. They will take the tier 2 tower down, and they're starting to, I wouldn't say death ball, but snowball kind of out of control where
They are
can
running
start.
away with this game, Travis.
And they found a stack too.
And
so
they're running away with this game.
they certainly are. Look at the net worth graph. It's like what? Almost, well, it's 5,000 now. It's starting to dip up towards 7,500, which is a big deal. And Ramses just didn't have a great start. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
too.
we was building into a Lincoln's first item because he's worried of the lasso and the dragon tail. And it means that they won't have too much damage for the Huskar. So that's really worrisome.
This is so
Pump
tough.
is building Veil. So, I mean, it's not that great versus the Huskar. It's good versus the other heroes.
The Veil first for Scandal. He has it now. This might be the item they need to turn things around. They will spot out Miracle as they round this corner. The smoke is going to break through. The Sunray will come out and it's going to get the vision they were looking for. The Chronosphere, Miracle in trouble.
It's the
They
dazzle.
need a grave. They just can't find any time. Fly was too far away. They had the Chronosphere perfectly positioned so that Fly couldn't get that item or ability off. Rather, he's getting chased down. But here comes Moon. Going to be able to flame break and push them back for the time being. Boulder Smash will stop Afterlife in his tracks. Lose your orb, jaunt through Dream Coil. Onto to Empire. They want to fight this. Fly will try to TP out. Good Supernova. Fly will make it away. Crit will not. He will go down to Ramsey's right click as well as the Veil damage coming through with the Supernova. Ticks over time.
Wait. Man, he didn't disassemble his arcane boots. He bought another energy booster, so...
What? Okay. This has been an interesting game. This has been an interesting Batrider game too.
He's saving the arcane boots for later. He disassembled it for Octarine Call.
Oh, man.
I mean, Octarine Call is good on bad. That I wouldn't say is bad. So,
I mean,
if you ever get to that stage,
yeah, that's the thing. That's not that. It's not gonna happen usually. I don't.
Yeah, the thing is, if you ever get to that stage, usually you would get a refresher. That's your late game item.
Yeah.
So, usually, but Octarine Core is still really good on the hero. So OG right now with Chronosphere down, using the cooldown to their advantage, trying to gain an objective.
Fire Spirits are going to slow this down with the Illusory Orb along with it as Scandal and Nikbashkar sitting in the high ground. King is there as well. Sunray will come through and will push OG out of the pit. Moon's on the high ground. Does he have Lasso yet? He does, but he doesn't have the mana for it. He'll Arcane, stick up, and make sure that he's got it this time. Silence comes out, Scandal, making sure that actually the Lasso didn't come through. Now Miracle will jump up, find Scandal, brings him down instantly, and Afterlife getting destroyed by the Spears, and Miracle will find a double kill. They'll drop the Sentry Ramses. He's got time lapse. He has to use it now. And he actually makes it away. He was so far back with that 4-second delay that he was already in the river. He'll head back up towards King R, stay alive with the rest of his team, but that Empire play to try to stop the Roche really only ends up giving more away to OG at this point, and they're in such a good spot. But Moon, he's going to get caught. Fortune's End, Purifying Flames. Last right click will do the job. Crystal up in the high ground. Rolling Boulder not available, but that Boulder Smash gets the job done, and King R is going to go down to Miracle Spears. Yet again, Ramsey's going to stay right next to him, playing with fire, and Miracle is just saying, get out of here. If you want to fight me, man up and fight me. But they've lost just about everything in this engagement. There's heroes respawning, but No-Tail and Fly. They're taking a bit of time to actually take this Roche down. They have to buy back Amipashka. Now Miracle jumps even further, looking for Ramsey's last right click, gets the job done. A dominating spree. Miracle just fires his spears and burning him to the ground, incinerating this squad, and Afterlife taking more of those spears damage, and Miracle is just going toe-to-toe with everybody, and Fly's there to back him up with the Shadow Wave and Grave if need be, and Scandal. He's going to have to face shift loser of one of these two abilities just to get out alive, and it looks like he will be able to make it away. The False Round is even being used to make sure he can get out in time. OG, they just literally run train over Empire, and they could go back into Roche and go to work. And now Moon, Firefly, King R is going to be actually caught with the lasso. They're going to bring him back even further. Miracle is going to right click him down, and King R is actually going to get blown up by Miracle, who's now on a mega kill spree as he picks up yet another one. It's 5-2 and through for the Miracle Huskar, and Ramses and a crew can only just look on in horror as they continue to feed one death after another away to OG. Dragon Tail Ramses is under a Sentry Ward. Can they bring him down? The silence comes through. Time lapse should be there, but does he have time to use it? He does. Now Miracle going toe-to-toe with Scandal. Does he have phase shift? He's already used it. Scandal's going to fall. Miracle finds himself another kill. He keeps getting these pickoffs one after the other. Afterlife stun up. He's got Chrono, but he can't get it off. The stick is there, and he can't time walk away. No Tail will finally take that one away from Miracle, which I thought was sure to give him that next spree. But OG literally just killed like 10 people, if not more, Winter, over the past like 5 minutes by Empire just going in one after another and dying.
Man, they just didn't have like the right heroes to deal with this Huskar. And that was the first lasso, by the way, from Bear Rider.
Oh, and Moon gets grazed at the tail end of the engagement. Are you joking? The boulder smash will miss onto King R. Crick and rolling boulder, but he did have the mana. They're running low on resources for OG finally, and that means they will back up together as a team with the exception of Miracle,
They
who's still
officially
hungry.
have a Huskar problem, Travis.
Is under attack.
Oh yeah, it is a big problem, Winter. This is a... He's not just a pest. This guy is
Oh, let's
a
be
flat-out
honest,
monster.
they're screwed.
Yeah, I'd say so. Look at the net worth. He's top of the net worth right now. You have a Dazzle falling behind him. It's 10,000 net worth advantage for OG at this point. Not to mention, you know, the DK, who we barely have even talked about.
He has a Heaven's Halberd soon, and the DK just bought a Blink.
Yeah,
Holy.
there's not much Empire can do in this situation. They have to get off that good Veil, good Chronosphere. Not really wombo combo type of lineup for Empire, but they have things to deal with OG. It's just so hard. They're so far ahead. OG are just in such a good spot.
And Dazzle has level 4 Grave right now. So I doubt the same thing will happen again unless Puck has a Blink and you can Blink silence the Dazzle. Because basically the plan is you have to chrono the Void, chrono the Huskar with the Void, get the drop of Sunray, get your viewer hitting the Huskar, and your Puck has to go for the Dazzle. If that doesn't happen, they're not.
Well,
gonna...
there's no blink on the Puck though. He's so far away from it. He's 700 gold and only a Veil.
They're not, they're not
something.
killing him without the blink. And bottom lane, Moon tried to go on Ramses.
Lasso was already used. Ramses was able to get out. No Tail has he has a blink dagger, and he's gonna find the stun too. But if Shikuchi's available, they need more vision.
He's dead.
He might tick down to the flame break. Nah, he sticks up. He's gonna stay alive for now. Ramses will be able to get out with a TP scroll. Meanwhile, mid also getting caught was I think Scandal, but he is able to get out. Miracle was a little bit late to the party. He
has
flame
so
break.
much mana with this build, Arcane Boots and Aether Lens. Man, this guy, I don't know. I thought it's an old
He's
kill.
just spamming like flame
You
break
just
every 5 seconds.
You just need one energy booster. I don't think you need two. I mean, you won't have any mana.
They're
problem.
winning. I don't know. It's working. He's third in net worth. I can't complain. I don't know, dude. The last person to talk about arcane boots on a Bat Rider, I'm sure.
It's weird, but you know, in your mind, you would think that disassembling it for the Aether Lens and then getting a force stuff into a boost of travel, that would be the normal thing to do.
Yeah, I thought that was the obvious choice. It's like, oh, he's just going to disassemble it, and then he just doesn't do
Afterlife.
that. Afterlife, he's going to have to Chrono so that he can get out alive. He will be able to TP in time.
Are they just going to push mid or push some... Chrono is down.
Yeah, they
They're not going to kill the Huskar.
Yeah,
now.
they've drawn the line, exactly like you've said. They're going to push top. They're like, okay, well, that's great. You just Chronoed for nothing. To stay alive, I guess.
And Void is just like a walking Blats right now. Giving his team aura.
A walking Vlad's maybe time dilation, but it's only level 1, so...
Okay, this Huskar is unkillable.
With Halberd, Armlet, Lifesteal, not to mention
No, they are not
Dazzle
killing.
behind you.
They are not killing him, Travis. They are not killing him.
All right,
Fine.
and he has an Aegis too, so you're absolutely right. They're not killing him. Not for another 5 minutes or so anyway. Maybe not ever.
They are not killing him. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. The only way they kill him is they chrono him, they silence the Dazzle, and they drop Sunray and Weaver hitting him, and hopefully that's enough damage to kill
Yeah,
him.
they just don't have the damage. You're right. They just don't have the
Even
damage.
if they do those stuff correctly, they still might not have enough damage.
Or it's just gonna be his Aegis, and that's gonna be that. And not to mention, we just talked about it. They don't have Chrono for those 65 seconds. So here's the thing: OG are just gonna push up high ground right now. They're gonna try to take this base, and Miracle is just gonna start going ham. They get the weave off. No Tail pops the Elder Dragon form. The Armlet will go next. The Glyph is gonna come out from Empire, and there is not much they can do. Still no blink for Scandal, and he gets blinked on, stunned up. He's gonna get the Dragon Tail. They're looking for a Chronosphere, but it's down for 46 seconds. And Miracle jumps in even further, and he's going to work on that Supernova. Now turn his attention to Afterlife, who has been false promised, but that will not keep him alive. And the Aegis will go momentarily. No, the Armlet toggle. Miracle stays alive. They find the lasso. Ramses will fall. 10 for 45. Miracle gets a triple kill. He is godlike. You are right. They are not killing him, and that is it. GG is called. OG, they have to fight tooth and nail to get to the upper bracket, but they do it. They make it to the upper bracket along with Newbie, and it is going to be Complexity and Empire down to the losers bracket here from Group A.
our teams are getting better at dealing with the Sunray. You see so much emphasis being put on specific spells like the Silence from Earthspirit or the Flame Break from Bear Rider. They were constantly eyeballing the Phoenix once the Death Beam gets casted. They are just on point with the cancel.